Good morning, fam. Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we are going to talk about the channel, kind of the state of things. I want to explain kind of my direction here, and for all the new subscribers, just kind of talk about the point of the channel, stuff like that, because I don't know. I think we've kind of reached a new level, and I just want to reiterate what my goal is here. Stuff like that, just, kind of talk about it. But before we get into that, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of eye candy here. This is a beautiful harness jack. I believe that's what it's called. I'll be honest, I don't really know shit about GEC knives. I just think they're awesome. I'm not one of those people that knows everything about them, but when they come in, I always love them. So I believe this is called a harness jack. It says bull hide carver on it, and it's just a beast of a slip joint knife with a really cool clip point blade. Decent size. It probably looks smaller than it actually is. This is like a full-sized traditional knife for me. Really cool, very comfortable, and it has a reamer in it as well, which we'll see if I can get it out. It is a nail breaker, and I have no nails. I'm gonna try to get it out here. There we go. This thing in itself is just crazy cool. Look at that. So I'm figuring this is some type of, reiteration of a farmer's knife, maybe. Some sort of farming tool. I think that's what a lot of GECs are. They're supposed to kind of mimic old school knives, obviously. So maybe this was some type of farming knife or farming tool, but either way, it's gorgeous. Jesse sent this to me. Jesse basically provides everything for the channel. So Jesse, thank you. You're amazing. I am obsessed with this so far. But it is a dreary, rainy day here in New Hampshire. And those types of days really get me thinking. So I wanted to talk about the channel and, just kind of explain some things, because I woke up the other morning, with a text from a friend, an EDC friend, and this guy was basically like, hey, great job getting mentioned on Marine X's channel. That was so cool. And I was like, what the heck is a Marine X? It was the same thing with the whole Joe X thing. Everyone was like, hey, chime in on the Joe X thing. I'm like, what is a Joe X? I don't know any of this stuff. So he sent me a link, and when I clicked on it, this Marine X guy is like famous. He has like 71 point something subs. And he basically made a video roasting all of his favorite EDC channels. It was a cool video. And he went through and basically kind of like poked fun at all of the channels that he enjoys, really, it was funny. And one of the channels was mine, which blew me away because like I said, I don't know this dude, but he's like famous. And he was poking fun at me, saying like my thumbnails are just awful. Like they need help. And that's true, because I don't pick my thumbnail. I don't edit the videos. I don't pick a thumbnail. I don't do anything to my videos other than upload them. And he was like, Erica gives it to you raw, and she's off grid kind of in New Hampshire. And, she swears a lot, and, she's knowledgeable, but her presentation is pretty brutal, and like, heck yeah to her, but her videos could use some help, I guess. And I totally agree. Like, in the grand scheme of things, could they? Oh, absolutely. Like, my videos are horrible. But, it kind of just made me realize, like, being mentioned on that channel really kind of blew my mind, because he's a large influencer. And I guess it made me realize, like, a decent amount of people sometimes watch the channel, and it just, I don't know, it was kind of like cool. It was kind of humbling, because I don't view myself as a YouTuber, because I'm not. Like, I think a YouTuber is someone who, like, gets paid to do YouTube, as a job, and I don't. Like, I'm not monetized. I don't have a Patreon. I don't get anything from YouTube. I don't put ads in, or not to my knowledge. I don't think there are ads on my channel when you guys watch. Actually, can you guys let me know if there are. There shouldn't be, because I don't get paid anything. It's literally just a hobby and fun for me. So I wanted to kind of explain what the point of my channel is, because I don't want people to think that it's something it's not. Like, my channel is raw. It is brutal at times. It used to be way worse. Like 2 years ago, the channel was horrible. It was embarrassing. It was brutal. It was naive. And I didn't ever delete those videos because I've always said this. I want this to be kind of a portfolio of growth about the channel, right? Like, I want to look back 2 years from now and think that these videos are embarrassing and horrible because that's what growth does. We grow and we learn and we change with the times. And I guess, the channel was never meant to get me to a point of being like a YouTuber and doing it as a job. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't want it to be a job. I don't want to get paid for it. What I wanted to do was kind of use this as a portfolio for people, and maybe someone who wanted to like collab on a knife at some point would find my testing true and real and useful and maybe want to like make a knife together or something. That's really the only goal. And, you know, I've gotten there now. You guys know I kind of created the dart with Levi from Northern Knife Works. Mine will be here in a couple days. And then, you know, we'll talk about the drop and all of that stuff. But that was really my only goal, was to just maybe make knives or have influence on knives or something with someone. And, you know, I'm doing that. But the reason why I don't edit, I don't put up a thumbnail, I don't follow the algorithm fully, I don't put links, is because I don't want this to be a job for me. I'll be honest, and I don't mean to throw any shade here, but I don't really watch other knife reviewers or other knife channels because I feel like, for me, I feel like I'm being rushed, persuaded. I feel like it's all very saturated. It's too fast paced for me. I can tell that I'm being kind of like bamboozled. Like, I can tell when somebody hasn't tested a knife and they're trying to get me to buy it. Even if they're not trying to get me to buy it, like, if it's very interesting, if you listen to wording, some larger reviewers will be like, this knife will be great for cutting zip ties, breaking down large amounts of cardboard, food prep. It will hold an edge for a long time. It should do this and that for you. And what they're really saying is, I haven't even used this knife, really. I've cut maybe an Amazon package or two. I haven't really done anything with it. But looking at, you know, the geometry, the heat treat, the steel, the overall design, it should perform this way for you. And that, to me, no offense to any of the people that do that, and a lot of them do, but that's just not how, like, I do my reviews. Like, I can't, for me on this channel, do a review of a knife that I haven't really used. I won't do a review of a knife that I haven't sharpened, because for me, like, what if, God forbid, I get a knife and I don't use it and I do a review and then it's like crap or something? Or like, what if the steel wasn't as it was advertised? What if the steel that it's labeled as, it's not actually even that? Or like, what if, you know, there's an advertised heat treat and then it actually fell below spec or something and it doesn't hold an edge for shit? Like, I don't know. My channel isn't to try and get you guys to buy things or for views or subs or anything. That's why there's no links. Like, I tell you guys, you can look the shit up on your own. I'm not going to waste my time putting links and doing all this extravagant shit when I don't get anything in return financially. And I don't want that. Like, I do this because I've created a really cool little family of people that are like-minded, and we all like to use similar gear. We all have kind of the same mindset, and this is just a place for us to chat and talk and, like, see what happens with these knives. So, you know, I work 40 hours a week at a full-time job. I don't really have time to, like, sit down and edit and, you know, do all of these link things and thumbnails. I don't even want to. I really like the channel as it is. It's raw, it's real, it's subpar. And that's okay, you know? Like I don't want to be this flashy channel that is like saturated and not realistic. And does that make me not as good as other people? Yes. Does that make me lesser and less professional and less impressive and falling below the line of the standards for most viewers? Yes, it does. And I'm okay with that because none of that is my goal, you know? So I just kind of wanted to clear that up. That's why I don't do the links, and that's why I don't, you know, do all of the flashy editing and the fancy stuff. And that's why I don't like monetize, and that's why I don't filter myself. That's why, because I like how it is right now. And my goal isn't subs or anything. It's just a portfolio of fun stuff. So yeah, you know, the channel is growing somehow, some way. It is growing, which is unbelievable to me. And thank you to everyone who has subbed. But I just, you know, I wanted to explain the reasoning why I don't do a lot of the stuff that other people are doing because I don't want to. If anything, that's like my worst nightmare. Like, I hope that someday if I get caught up in the Matrix and I'm doing things that are face value, I hope someone is like, Erica, do you remember 2 or 3 years ago when you said you would never do this? Like hold me accountable, you know? Please, because I don't want to be like that. And like I said, no shade against anyone. This is not throwing shade at people who wanted to be YouTubers and now are doing knife reviews and knife content full time and getting paid for it. Like, dude, props to you. This is not shade toward those people. Their channels are incredible. It's just not like for me, and that's okay. But yeah, and you know, that kind of ties into the whole knife design with Levi. Like, I've noticed with a lot of people that have been making knife designs, they're doing kind of like mostly what they want. And again, props to you for getting to that point and making a knife that is a creative expression of what you like and your interests and yourself. I love that. But for me, I'd rather do the opposite. I'd rather think of like what my consumers want, what my viewers want, what is most popular with the market right now for people that actually use their knives. And I want to create my version of that. So like that was the whole point with the dart, was like I noticed a lot of people were looking for thin, slicey, concealable knives in super steel, that patina with a freaking harpoon and overly jimped. Like, that's just what is exciting right now. I do not pay attention to other YouTubers at all, really. I only watch like Junkyard Fox and Richter Knives and Motown EDC and like my friends, like people who I like text with and are friends. Those are the people I watch. But on Instagram, I pay very close attention to what my viewers are looking for, what the market is looking for. And that's why I came up with the dart with Levi. It is a, you know, kind of shorter, very slim handled, complete lack of ergonomics, like little fixed blade knife that we're offering in K390 and 10V. You know what I'm saying? Like steels that people actually want. And they're hard as shit. The batch came in at an average of, I think, 64.5 for the K390. That's hard. And that's sick. My personal one is like 65.5. But the average batch came out at like 64.5 HRC. They will get the teeners, jimping all over the place, harpoon blade shape, thin, slicey, should not have to sharpen it for a while. Will strap back easily, made in the USA, perfect fit and finish. Like, that's what the market wanted, so that's what we're giving, you know? One of my favorite knives is the Benchmade 940 Osborne. If I, you know, could I do self-expression and make a fixed blade 940 Osborne because I would love it? Heck yes. But for me, that's just not putting my viewers into consideration. Like, that's expressing myself and what I would like and then trying to get people to buy it because I like it. I would rather do the opposite, I guess. And that's just me, you know? So I tried to pick all the aspects that I think my viewers and the market want, and talked with Levi and just said, you know, like, we'll put a little bit of my twist on it, a little bit of your twist on it. But generally speaking, let's give the people what they've been asking for, what they want, because all I hear is people asking for K390, super steel, patina factor, thin, slicey, pocketable. And it's just not really out there. Like I said in a video a couple weeks ago, we've been begging Spyderco to make a Native 5 or Native 5 lightweight in K390. Like, for the love of God, please make it. And what are we doing? We're making slip joint little natives and silly looking knives, and you know, high impact ceramic fixed blades that break when you use them and are not worth people's money or time. I'm referring to what's his name? Josh. PM2OG, I think, on Instagram. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. He got one of those high impact ceramic Spydercos, and it broke very quickly in his testing upon impact. But like, that's what some companies are doing. They're just doing this like cuckoo stuff that they want to do that makes no sense when the market is begging for other things. And I guess I just want to give you guys things that you have been asking for. I don't know. But anyway, I hope that all makes sense. You know, I don't think the channel's going to change anytime soon. I like it the way it is. I like that it's kind of like, I don't know, homely. It's raw, it's real, it's unfiltered, it's unedited, it's not making any money. I don't want it to make any money. I don't know. I'd rather like work with people. And I guess that's just kind of the state of things right now. And if it's too unfiltered and too raw for you, then just don't watch it, you know? I hope that, if anything, I hope that people don't watch it and unsubscribe, because I don't want you to watch it if you don't want to, you know? So that's just kind of what's happening with the channel, why I chose the things that I chose for the collab with Levi. He's done a phenomenal job. I cannot wait to show you guys these knives. My personal dart should be here within a few days, like I said, and I'm getting one sent in as well. That is one of the 10V ones from the batch, so that I can show you guys what the production ones will look like. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. You know, if you want, put your mother's number down in the comments. I always love when you guys do that. You know, I'm always trying to collect moms here. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. And I really hope that you guys understand kind of where I'm coming from, and that it's not like a bash fest here of other channels, because they're all better than mine. 100%. I was absolutely amazed at this Marine X dude's like studio and the quality of his audio and just everything. It was such a beautiful video. There are a lot of people doing it better than me, that's for sure. And that's just how it's going to stay, I think, too, because I do too many, like, controversial things. You know what I'm saying? Like, even this whole fixed blade testing that I'm going to be doing is going to... Nobody wants to do it because it's going to really be controversial. Like, I know in my heart of hearts that companies are running knives thick and soft, and they're ripping you off. If a knife is run thick for toughness, then there's no reason to run it soft for toughness. Pick one. It's one or the other. But they're doing both because they're lazy. They don't want to use up more belts. They don't want to use up more materials. It takes too much time. So there are thick, overbuilt, soft knives, softer than baby shit, and they're selling it to you at a premium price, and people are buying it. And my whole goal is to completely shine light on that, not to take money from any companies or anything, but just to show you other options. Like, you can totally use other steels, AEBL, Nitro V, Magna Cut, thin, hard and they will not break. I can promise you that because I know from experience. I have videos proving it. But not a lot of people want to make content on that because they're afraid that they'll lose their network of companies that want to work with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that fear because I don't work with anybody. I only talk to custom makers that are my friends. I don't have any links to any companies, so I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. I can do whatever I want, and I can tell the truth without getting my paycheck cut per week. Does that make any sense? So, I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I'm really, really excited. And, yeah, I guess I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you for listening to my rant. Welcome to the family. Go use your shit, guys. Learn how to sharpen your knives. I will see you on the next video. I love you so much, fam. Take care.